Who stood out to you so far, both on offense and defense? Maybe guys you're going against.
So far, Kobe's been doing well. Damani, obviously Caleb, he's been doing really well. Anthony Lucas made a pretty good play our last practice, which I don't know how he made, but he made a pretty good play on the run. Mason Tackett is my boy. Hard worker, and he just goes at it every single chance he gets. Offensive wise, Dorian, we've been able to watch him play versus us too. He makes some insane catches. Zach, his speed. Young pup QB, he's been getting a lot better. Miller, he's Miller time. And so we got a bunch of guys that are doing their part. A lot of it is just the small details, which turns out to be very big details when you got to throw the ball to somebody, or the right steps to hand it off or anything like that. Right steps for O-linemen so somebody can't shoot the gap and things like that. So a lot of small details that we're trying to crank out, and that's the part about football and the beauty of football. We got a lot of guys doing a lot of great things, but we also got a lot of guys that we need all of us included, myself included. All of us, we have small things we need to work on and get better at to where we want to be at the end of the year.
I know Lincoln has talked a little bit about Malik's kind of different roles, and kind of moving him out to different spots. What have you seen from him in general, and how dangerous is he, or a guy like him, when you get him playing on the perimeter in space?
Yeah, he's a special guy, special talent. The way he can move, break people down when he gets in open space, it's pretty special. So I would say, being able to just get the ball in his hands and let him just go to town and throw a screen pass to him or hand it off to him, a jet sweep, whatever the case may be. Getting the ball in his hands and letting him go to work and do his thing, and that's his specialty. His hands are a lot better than probably what people think, and his route running is we're working on it. He played running back for a year, and a lot of times in high school he wasn't running the routes he runs now. So we're working on it, but he has a natural talent for it. And like I said, it's just a lot of small things, certain steps. When to lean and when to not lean, when to break down, when to wrap defenders, and things like that. Just a lot of small things, small details that he wasn't working the past year.
How comfortable are you with the offensive line right now? Obviously, shifted a little bit from last year.
Yeah, I'm comfortable. So comfortable that, Coach and I mean, we're doing situations for myself. Like we'll do like a 2-minute situation. That's the whole team situation. Then we'll do situations where he'll say, "There's no running for me," and I just got to stand in the pocket and deliver. One, it's working on my patience and confidence and things like that, but it's also just a confidence within the offensive line and Justin Dietich and myself of knowing certain looks and things like that, of when to slide protections, when to man protections, when to change to a run, when to things like that, when to do things like that. So there's a lot of comfort with myself and the O-line.
What's the play that Lucas made?
So I handed the ball off, and I changed the play, and honestly, the way it looked and was, it should have been a touchdown, but he came screaming down the line. It was when we had a live period. He came screaming down the line and just he blew it all up, and it was goal line. We did not end up scoring. So it was a special play, and excited. At the moment you're kind of awe, but when you go back and you're in the film room, you can't do nothing about it, and you remember that they're on your team and you're not going against them. It's exciting. It's very exciting.
Are there any other guys on the defensive line right now that are kind of
Keon KB, that's his nickname for us. Jamil, like I said, Anthony. Those have been the three that have popped out to me. Corey's been making a lot more noise, on the defensive line side, and he's been doing a great job coming off, doing his job, and he's been getting a lot more rest because of it.
Let's do one more.
Looking at your tape from last year, Caleb, what's the area that you're trying to improve the most in 2023?
consistency. Just being consistent, and also just upping my mental game. I'm comfortable with the routes. Also understanding that no matter the year, no matter the time, or every year there's going to be different challenges. So last year, one of our plays is not going to be the same and ran the same as it is this year because of our talent and the changes within it. So adapting to that, and then, like I said, just the mental game and make sure me and big guy right behind y'all are always on the same page and making sure we're in the best play.
Who's the better snapper, Brett Nealon or Justin Deedon?
Plead the fifth.